I reached out to a research team for CODM, Team Cygnus, and asked what are the top guns in Season 2. Well, they gave me a list, together with some recommended builds for you to try out. Can you guess the top 5? At number 10, we got the Peacekeeper. You only got to use this if you get bored of the other guns in this list. It's a versatile weapon and it can kill enemies quickly. Peacekeeper also has good strafe speed for an AR. Despite the buffed recoil, its kick can be an issue for some, causing you to miss shots if you have bad recoil control. I personally use this recommended build, which is the best build for the Peacekeeper right now in my opinion. However, you can drop the Agency Suppressor and use Disable perk if you want to. We have Fennec for number 9, and it's still a good gun for rushing, while occasionally challenging mid-range gunfights. With a very fast fire rate, combined with good hipfire spread and damage, makes it one of the best guns you can use at close range. Its only downside is the vertical kick, which can be fixed by equipping attachments for recoil. Here's the recommended build, which reduces vertical recoil while still being very deadly in close range. And here's my personal build, making it more viable for those mid-range gunfights. Now from the top, make it drop, we have Type 25 at number 8. Thanks to dozens of YouTubers, you probably know by now what CODM decided to nerf on this weapon, but you can still use it in a lot of situations just like last season. Yes, even with this horrendous iron sight. Its fast fire rate paired with good damage and relatively easy to control recoil makes it still effective in most areas. However, if you build it with the right attachments, it feels slower compared to last season in terms of handling. Here's the recommended build. This is the one I used in game for the clips you just saw. This is my personal build with a red dot, of course. At the 7th spot, we have the only LMG that made it, none other than the Holger. You're gonna wanna use this if you wanna chill and beam across the map while being able to deal with close range gunfights occasionally with its fire rate. With Holger being an LMG, you're gonna have to deal with it having a slower ADS than most guns in this list. The recommended build is good on its own, you can definitely rely on it if you want. But if you want more range and you don't have the Battle Pass blueprint, you can use my personal build instead. PPSH takes the number 6 spot in this list. You can build this to be versatile or aggressive, but with the attachments it has, you can use it mainly to rush people up close. It's comparable to Fennec in terms of fire rate and damage at close range, and you can even build it for medium ranges just like Fennec. However, unlike Fennec, it has a harder to control recoil. Get past that and you'll have a great aggro SMG in your hands. Here's the recommended build that's made for rushing. And here's the build that I use that can challenge people in medium range. Just learn the recoil pattern. M13 cracks in the top 5 for this season and for a lot of reasons. Use the M13 for a versatile playstyle with a high enough fire rate to challenge close range fights and good accuracy to deal with long range fights. Its recoil is too easy to control and you can beam with it from medium to long range. What more can I say? The only problem with this gun is the bullet velocity at range. The farther we get, the slower the bullets land, so you might feel your bullets won't connect in longer ranges. Here's the recommended build. It's pretty good, so you should try it out. But here's my build. I like to sit back and beam enemies while not worrying of running out of bullets. SVD takes the number 4 spot, being the only sniper in this list. You can use this if you want to do some aggro sniping and respawns. You can rely on its one-shot capability up to 40 meters with a similar hitbox to Locust while having an infinite 2-shot capability. That, and you can spam it with its low recoil. The only downside is its default scope, so you're definitely gonna need to equip an optic for better visibility. This is the recommended build, which works really well for me. I personally use the 4x scope, but go with what works for you. Currently the best marksman you can use in the game, SKS ranks number 3 in this list. I use this mainly for chilling at the back of the map and watching lanes while holding power positions. SKS can kill within 2 shots up to 40 meters as long as you hit 1 shot in the upper body and an unlimited headshot range. If you aren't used to using semi-auto weapons, you won't like this weapon because you have to tap a lot to take advantage of the fast fire rate. Here's the recommended build you can use. It allows you to ADS quicker and reduce crosshair drift. And here's the build I stole from Space. Feel free to try the 2 builds to see which one works for you. Arguably the best gun in the game right now, we have CBR4 at number 2. You can use this for mostly playing aggressive with the fire rate and damage it has. If you build it right, you can have 31 up to 35 meter effective range. It is also more forgiving to miss shots because of the faster fire rate. While it may look like the best gun in the game, you won't be able to play Flex as well as the #1 gun in the list. If you're more of a Slayer type of player, this gun is for you. Here's the recommended build. Its recoil might be too hot to handle for some of you, so you can try this build to have better recoil control for those longer range engagements. At the top of the list, we have none other than the Kilo 141. You can use this gun pretty much in any situation if you want because of the better stats it has combined with the recently buffed recoil. Kilo 141 can be used and built for different playstyles because of its damage per range, good handling, and bullet spread accuracy. However, the fire rate is on the slower side. Sometimes it almost feels like I'm playing with the LK24. This is the recommended build if you want to boost range and have better movement speed with this assault rifle. I personally use this build for a more aggressive playstyle. Huge thanks to Team Cygnus for bringing us this list. What are you maining this season? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.